Before we look at what our layers are and how to use them, let's first see without working layers in Photoshop. So to work on a document, I would like to create a new document in Photoshop, which is just like this. And now I would like to add a rectangle with rectangle marquee tool. So to create that, I'm just clicking on this rectangle marquee tool and just adding it just like this. While clicking on shift, hold and just adding this like this. Now I would like to fill this rectangle with, to fill that, just click on this edit and just click on this fill and just click on this fill color to color and then click on OK. And then you can see a color picker will be appeared here, or a fill color. Just change the color, whatever the color you need, just click on this, change this colors just like this and click on OK, and then click on OK to fill this color. Now I'd like to deselect this using Ctrl D. Now I would like to add one more shape to this document. So to create that, I'm just clicking on this elliptical mark tool and just adding ellipse in this project. So to fill that, as usually, we can go to click on edit and then click on fill, and then you can choose, you can change the color just like this. Okay. Now we got two colors. After some time, I want to change the position of this ellipse on the document to make it looks better. But it wouldn't happen because of without layers. Everything you design will be placed in the same layer in this Photoshop document. If you can look at the layers panel, you can see the layers you can create it in the document. It shows us a small preview in the document which can see both our shapes as well as the white background. Since we didn't add any other layers ourselves, Photoshop placed everything we have done so far on this default background layer. And that's the problem. Everything we did was added on the one layer itself. We don't have many options if we want to change the something like position or a placeholder, something like that. Now let's check what are layers. Layers are like sheets of transparent paper stacked on a top of each other. They have many uses including composting multiple images, adding text or graphic shapes. You can adjust their position, content and transparency. Let's see how we can use layers with an example in Photoshop. So this is the final output of a T-floor design document. When we break the entire document, you can see the layers are created while designing this document. And at the same time, you can see the layers order in layers panel. So finally, the project looks like this in layers panel. Now let's take an example with layers. For that, I'm going to create a new document which is width 1920 and height would be 1080, and just click on the create. It will create a document for me. Now I would like to create a rectangle with rectangle marquee tool. So for that I'm going to create a new layer. Just click on here. You can see here, just click on this. It will create a new layer for me. And now I'm going to create a rectangle. Just clicking on this rectangle marquee tool and just click on hold shift and just drag just like this. And to fill this, I'm just clicking on the edit and then click on fill and then click on color, click on OK and then click on OK. And now we have created a rectangle, and just clicking on the Control D or Command D to deselect. Now I'm going to create a one more layer which is ellipse. So for that I'm going to click on this layer again. Just click on this. It will create a new layer here, and then I'm going to change this rectangle marquee tool to ellipse marquee tool and just click on shift and it's like this. It will create an ellipse for me. Now I'm going to fill this ellipse with a fill color. Just click on the fill and just click on the color. Now I'm going to change one more different color just like this. Just click on it. It will create a color in my document. Now to deselect, I'm just clicking on Ctrl D or Command D. As you can see here in the layers panel, you can see all the layers are created for rectangle and ellipse in a separate way, which is this one is ellipse and this one is rectangle. Now I can move
the position on each layer individually at any point of designing.
And this is how the entire layers panel looks like in Photoshop.